What's going on, YouTube and fellow health enthusiasts? You tune in to What's in My Sup, a brand new sports supplement channel dedicated to reviewing sports supplements and understanding them at a scientific level. Too many times you get personal reviews, people telling whether the product worked for them or not, but don't go into why it didn't work or why it did work. Here at this channel, we're going to go step by step through each of the ingredients and understand the science of why it's put in there, whether it's going to be a bump product or dump product, and whether it's going to help your fitness goals or hinder your fitness goals. And each week we're going to review a new product. And if you subscribe to my channel, feel free to give input into what supplements you want reviewed. We will formulate the science behind why the product is used, and we'll discuss it each week. That being said, our first product we're going to review today is SST by Performix. It claims ballistic body energy, fat metabolism, and enhanced mental focus. You take 2 capsules morning on an empty stomach, which is important later on when we get into this discussion. And let's start with the first aspect of the supplement. The first thing you have is niacin as niotinic acid. And what niotinic acid does is it lowers your high cholesterol and raises your LDL, your low cholesterol. So basically it's good for heart health. You have vitamin B12, which, as you may know, already gives you energy. Now let's get into the nitty gritty of the product, the Performix Suspension Superthermic Complex. First ingredient is caffeine, 250 milligrams. For those of you who are sensitive to caffeine, I'm not per se. You might want to start with 1 pill to assess your tolerance. There's also other aspects of this supplement. You may want to try 1 pill first as well. We'll get into that here in a minute. So 250 milligrams of caffeine for the first dosage. Then you get into Sensoril. And you may be wondering, well, what is Sensoril? Well, let's get into that a little bit. Sensoril is ashwagandha, and ashwagandha is an herb, and what that's going to do is going to help with stress relief, antidepressant, and weight management. And the way it goes about doing weight management and stress relief is that it reduces anxiety and reduces your cortisol levels. Now, there are 2 different types of cortisol. Your fat cortisol, that happens because you're stressed, and your stress cortisol, that happens when you work out. This one is going to help with the stress cortisol. So it's going to lower your stress cortisol, and it's a hormone that's going to help prompt fat. So ashwagandha is going to do that. So the next aspect of this is the withoanalides. So what the withoanalides do, they're a naturally occurring steroid, and basically it that oxidizes the steroid and gives anti-inflammatory responses to it. So that can benefit you whenever you're working out and whatnot. So it's going to reduce the inflammation of your joints, tendons, muscles, and whatnot. So you have a little bit faster recovery as well, if you thought from a Thermogenic. You have oligosaccharides. For any of those of you who took biology in the past, you may know oligo means few, saccharides, sugars. So the oligosaccharides are going to basically shuttle this supplement into your cells. Next thing you know, you have theocrine, which is also known as 1379 tetramethyluric acid. It's a mouthful. Basically, theocrine shows up in a lot of different supplements. It's very prominent in this one as well. It stimulates your central nervous system, but it does not affect your blood pressure. So it does give you that energy boost that you need, but you don't have to worry about your blood pressure spiking. However, there is a aspect of this formulation that you may want to be cognizant about. So we'll go into that here in a minute. Next thing we have is the cunipurines extract. So what that does is a source of L-dopa, and L-dopa is a precursor to L-dopamine. So it gives you a better feeling about yourself, reduces anxiety, stress, and whatnot. Trying to read through my notes here about the product. Also stimulates via adrenaline and reduces cortisol. So we go back to the cortisol aspect of everything. If you can reduce more cortisol, that stress hormone that prompts fat storage, you're going to be better off. Then you go into, let's see, the next one is cayenne pepper. Of course, cayenne pepper, who doesn't love that? The cayenne, and also known as capsicum, is what is found in peppers and gives it that Scoville scale index. And what that's going to do is going to go into your body, and it's going to increase your core body temperature, and it's also going to increase your metabolism. And that's beneficial because with an increased metabolism, you're going to burn calories faster, and you're going to have an increased body temperature. Your body has to work that much harder to be in homeostasis. So you should be able to expect some calorie expenditure just by taking that alone. Now getting into the nitty gritty of this product. Very interesting, because I did take this product once standalone, and it was yohimbine hydrochloride. Yohimbine is a very, very strong product. It is one of the main things to help erections, actually. It's not a vasoconstrictant. It actually is a very stimulatory. It can increase anxiety, blood pressure, but it's also a diuretic. So what it's going to do is it's going to expel that extra water going on in your system. But the main purpose, the reason why it's in SST is because it hinders fat mass. So if you have an increased metabolism going on, you have increased body temperature, you have a diuretic effect, and you have this going on with the fat mass, it's going to be a powerful thermogenic. Now, what's important about this, and I've seen this in some other post, is people are wondering, well, why do I feel so anxious? Why do I feel jittery? Well, yohimbine, what it does is it feeds off adrenaline. So if you're predisposed to adrenaline, you're going to have that jittery feeling. That's why I suggest some people take one capsule to assess their tolerance to it. Also, yohimbine does not work well with food. So if you are having that jittery feeling and you feel your adrenaline surging and whatnot, it's going to be all right. Just have a little bit of food, and that food is going to bind with the yohimbine molecules, and it's not going to make it effective. On the flip side, if you don't have food and take it on an empty stomach, as the supplement suggests, then the product will be effective. Now let's go into the next ingredient. Huperzine. And basically, from my notes, that is tooth club moss. That increases circulation and also decreases inflammation. So why is it important to increase your circulation? Shuttle these ingredients through. Then you get into the black pepper, and it enhances the absorption. Believe it or not, has nothing to do with the thermogenic properties. Had me fooled until I did my research. So that black pepper is going to help all those ingredients absorb into your bloodstream and into your cells. Not bad. Then you get into the diffusion carrier oil, which, if you look at the supplement, they have little beads throughout the little capsule, and it's suspended, hence the suspension term, through oil. And the main ingredient in the diffusion carrier oil is medium chain triglycerides. MCT oil, which is also found in coconut oil. Very great in keto, which is for another day. So MCT oil is one of the healthiest forms of fats you can get in your body. So what they wanted to do is shuttle this product via fat, gets in your system, and exposes you that way. Safflower oil, another great fat that you can have in your body. You have CLA, conjugated linoleic acid. And what this does is it actually does not help you lose fat, believe it or not. People who are taking CLA as a standalone product and are expecting weight loss, sure, over time it can help. You are exercising on this product more than likely. Of course, you can't lose weight without putting in the work. Sorry to say that. But CLA also preserves lean body mass. So what it's going to do once it's in your system, you're not going to be in that catabolic state near as much whenever you're working out. You're going to be in more of an anabolic state. And then you have ginger, which is going to help with the digestive aspect and whatnot. And then you get into a couple other ingredients that are just trace elements of the product. But overall, I would say it's a great product. You have the fat aspect. You have aspects that are going to help you absorb the ingredients in it. Yohimbine is very prominent in it, and that's going to help with cell mass, or fat mass rather. And it also has the cayenne, which is going to increase your metabolism. Has caffeine, which is a diuretic in itself, and the yohimbine is going to act as a diuretic. Ashwagandha is going to reduce stress, reduce that cortisol level in your body, so you're not putting on fat So not only are you raising your metabolism rate, your metabolic rate, sorry. Not only you're raising your metabolic rate, you're increasing your core body temperature, so your body's going to use more calories. You have healthy fats going on there, and you have a diuretic effect. Overall, I'd say the product is definitely a bump. I would highly suggest giving it a try. May work for you, may not, but we've talked about the science aspect behind it, and that's going to be it for this product for this week. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're going to go through another product next week. Subscribe and give me your feedback on what you want reviewed. Let's talk about it. This channel is formulated so that we can have an open discussion about why products work and not my own personal views on how it affected me or how it affects someone I know, whether it didn't work for me or did not work for someone. Let's talk about it. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, and until next week, y'all take care.